Just got up for taking a poop there, Creepson.
He's taking a big old sight of grace. That's what I call my toilets, right?
just got done with a big old crapson, dude.
I think he's admiring it. Like, look at that. Woof. Welcome back, everybody. We're playing some more Elden Ring with Creepson. Yay!
Creepson Shrew.
We're
that boy.
Yeah, let's see a boy over there. Let's sneak up on him.
Retrieve your seed.
What's that? What was that aminal there? Is that a wolf?
It's a dang old wolf.
Or you just push him off the cliff?
Just give him a shove.
I could try. Let's see. See how well this goes.
Walk up behind him and go, boo.
Can you buy his children?
Oh, boo!
I'd like to buy his children.
Fall down. There he goes. I didn't kill him.
Oh, there we go.
Goodbye.
Gravity got him. I didn't kill him.
Oh, there's another one.
They're everywhere here. I'm just gonna run through these punks because I don't need to talk to them. They're not my friends.
So I watched the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh, really?
Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, how's that?
It was fun.
It
was a good time.
Little chaos control.
Little chaos control, little emerald chaos emeralds.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the end.
Oh, yeah. I mean, whatever.
The setup for number 3 is what I'm talking about.
It's the same. It's the same thing they did last time.
Yeah.
So,
except 300% more edgy, dude.
But yeah, I mean, in my opinion, they should be like, yeah, go ahead and introduce a new character. It doesn't matter who it is.
They might as well. You gotta get the Sonic Greatest Hits dudes in there. You know.
Yeah.
One thing I think that you should do to shake it up now that you had 2 relatively successful movies. I mean, we'll see how the second one performs, but
yeah,
it's not outright awful, like for sure.
Right.
You have 2 successful movies, and then that are like Sonic on his adventures on Earth. The third one, you got to bring those characters and Jim Carrey and maybe a couple other human people over to the other world somehow and have adventures there.
I don't think
that
they
would
will.
really shake things up and be a unique entry in your trilogy.
That would be cool.
That can still tie things together. But the best thing in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is the moment of product
Airplane
placement.
fight? Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was it?
There's a whole subplot about a wedding in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
And that alone is an issue because there's like a 10 to 15 minute scene of only human characters. We don't see any of the main characters for like 10 to 15 minutes. It's just about James Marsden's wife's sister being a bridezilla, basically.
Oh, I don't want that.
And at the end of that,
the
military shows up and they're like, "Oh, well, we're arresting Sonic and Tails because they're basically extraterrestrials, and you guys are aiding and abetting them."
Yeah.
And then the general turns away from the camera, and there's an 80-yard line where he just holds a walkie-talkie up to his face, and he goes, "Secure the hotel for their capture. Oh, and cancel my reservation at Olive Garden."
Oh no, not again! Because when you're here, you're family.
Bringing it back, dude. Bringing it back. Olive Garden was in the first one too.
Here's a gift card.
That's so fucking funny to me. Just like an 80-yard line. I'm like, "Oh yeah, cancel my reservation at Olive Garden."
That's actually pretty good.
There's no more natural way you could bring in do product placement.
I love.
Shit.
Well, it's the same guy too, right? It's the same guy, right? From the first movie. Perfect.
I love.
That's awesome.
I love that they have a product placement running joke. That makes me happy.
Same here. Just lean into it, and have it be the same guy because he's obsessed with Olive Garden for some reason.
Just have it be goofy and obvious. Fucking do it.
So let it be a running thing. I want more. I don't want just one. like a fucking like 80-yard line that's clearly just added in after the fact. I want like, hey, like a scene near the beginning of the movie, right after the first incident of like the bad guy showing up or bad shit going down. There's that whole typical scene of like cut to busy like bridge of a ship and everyone's running around and somebody briefs the general and he's like, well, fucking goddamn, we got to do something about it, you know?
Yeah.
And then at the end of that scene, like very tense scene, and he's like, get the president on the line. We've got a situation. Couple like awkward beats, and then he's like, oh, also call my wife and confirm that we're going to Olive Garden tonight. And it comes up again. And then at the end of the movie, we go to him
man, I'm looking
and
forward
his wife.
to that endless soup salad breadsticks.
Yeah, like he names a
Some
specific
of that
dish,
soup
like
Toscana.
yeah, exactly. And then at the end of the movie, we fucking cut to him and his wife. Like we incorporate somehow them sitting down at an Olive Garden.
Yeah, because they're only referencing it. They're not like there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then while they're there, he's just about to dig into his fucking soup of Toscana, and then Sonic and Tails run through, and the table blows up in their face, and it's a funny scene.
Oh, it'd be great. That'll be number 3. That'll be number 3.
It was like. I didn't remember any other product placement. I mean, I guess I kind of like kept my eyes open a little bit more, but
right.
It was just so funny to me in that moment. I laughed really, really hard.
That's awesome.
I would too.
How was it like compared to the first one?
It's fun. I mean, it's good. They do. I feel like they do a little bit more to try and incorporate some more elements from the games, like instead of Robotnik's robots just being like floating, egg-shaped things, or just like they do actually like some of them look like bees, like from the games,
Right.
Oh, cool.
And they use a few more like sound effects, and they do like they incorporate some more of the elements.
How's my
cool.
Knuckle Boy?
He's good. I'm definitely going to be interested to see him like not in this movie, because it's a lot. It's like 85% one note of like, I have this one goal and this is what I'm about, and I have to stop you.
He's have a singular focus.
And it's repeated over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And then once that's done, he becomes kind of like a Drax.
Yeah.
Where like,
of course,
he's got a very specific personality, and he plays off of everybody the exact same way.
Right.
But it's good. It's funny.
Cool. Good.
Tails is good.
I like that they got his voice actor from the other stuff to do it.
O'Shaughnessy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
O'Shangany. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's weird to me. It's like, then why not get the
right.
God, what is his name? Roger Craig Smith or something that's been voicing Sonic for a long time, or Travis Willingham, who's been voicing Knuckles for a long time.
Right.
Like I have no problem with it. I fall on both sides. Like,
right.
Yeah, casting the voice actor is cool and fun, and casting a different actor like they did with Ben Schwartz, also cool and fun. So either way, it's like
because it's like part of it. It's like get known actor of sorts, known actor to play these roles, but also we'll have this one be the one from the games,
which is cool because it does bring a lot of authenticity to that role of like, hey, everybody who's never ever played or knows anything about Sonic before, here's what Tails is about. It's a great way to introduce that character. I don't know.
I wonder if it was just since they threw Tails in the credit sequence, and probably just had her voice in that, and then they're just like, you know what? Instead of casting someone else, they're just like, you know what? Let's just keep her. They didn't know how well that movie was gonna do,
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it was a thing of like, okay, we will include, just as a fun thing, regardless of whether we get another movie out of this, we're going to include Tails at the end. And because we're uncertain, we're going to use the voice actors from the games, which is a smart decision, I guess.
Yep.
Because you don't want to like jump the gun and just for that one cameo at the end, like 2 seconds, cast like a named actor like Bill Hader or something, you know?
Exactly.
And then you never get a second movie.
Yep.
But then again, if you go the route of like using the voice actors from the game, you get a second movie and then you recast with somebody like Bill Hader. Some people probably will be like, well, I mean, I feel like it's unfair to bring in the voice actors and then not use her for the second movie.
Right, or try to find someone with a similar voice to her or something. That's another.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's a known actor. But because you could just be like girl actor now, Tails, right?
Or male, because the beauty of any of these characters is
true.
You could. I mean,
I'm just saying if they're trying to match
tough.
what they did in that sequence at the end of the first one, like they're just trying to match that tone of Tails' voice.
Yeah, who'd be a good Tails?
I don't know.
Like a well-known kind of like peppy girl, like a Amy Poehler, maybe.
Maybe. No, not Amy Poehler. God, why can't I think of her name? She was in The Good Place. She's married to Dax Shepard.
Yep.
Oh, Kristen, whatever.
Kristen Bell.
Veronica Mars or Veronica Mars.
She'd be a fine Tails. She'd be an app like you could cast almost anybody.
She'd be a Ninetales.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
What about why isn't Amy in this?
Amy Rose?
If they bring in Amy, it's going to be in the next one.
They better not, dude.
But there's no reason to keep, because I don't think it's necessarily an issue, but the thing I'm going to call an issue that they keep running into is they're having to introduce these characters. Not only like, okay, here's this new character, but how is this character getting to Earth? And how are they getting involved with Sonic and the rest of the people? Because even in this game, or in this movie, when Tails is talking about like, oh, this is how I got here and why I'm here, he never says like, oh,
what if like,
well, I came here to like do... He basically is just like, oh, I lived on my planet and I basically could check out what you were doing. I basically could just like watch you. And I thought it was cool what you were doing, so I just like watched your adventures on Earth.
Right.
And I came to warn you about something, and that's it.
What if Amy is like their way to get Sonic back to his home world? It's like she's there, and he's annoyed by her right away, but then he kind of falls for her, and then go back home, and he's just like, but James Marsden, and he's just like, Sonic, you gotta go back home, and he's just like, fucking all right. You know what I mean?
Or like they go back there and he doesn't know Amy, but he like goes back to where he used to live or something, or he finds more hedgehogs and she just meets him and is infatuated with him, and I think think that like doing it in some other world is probably smartest, because by this point you have like an entire new branch of the military dedicated to dealing with Sonic and Robotnik and shit. You've had the like James Marsden and like the town of Green Hill kind of like rallying behind Sonic. You've had that twice now.
Yeah. And like, what if, Mr. fucking Chaos Control comes in and fucking, it's like, hey, fucking, I've got your girl. Like, he kidnaps Amy. And
ooh, that's a good way to like have Shadow have an arc too.
Yep.
This is gonna sound really stupid because it is, but he by going to the other world, like he and Sonic meet up somehow in the beginning of the movie, and with the Chaos Emeralds or whatever it is, they Chaos Control, or through some shit, everybody gets transported to the other world. Tails, Knuckles, Robotnik, Sonic, Shadow, maybe even James Marsden, who knows?
Yay!
Yeah. They all get transported there.
The best part of the movie.
And Shadow kidnaps Amy or whatever, but from being in the other world, Shadow learns the like legacy of hedgehogs in that other world, or like he learns what it means to be a hedgehog. He's like,
the thing
I
that
don't have
turns
to
him.
be an evil dude. Yeah, exactly.
Seeing the world that Sonic came, because he's a lab created being. Spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
What we
All
see
he knows
in the
is
movie.
like, is Robotnik's like weirdness and cruelty and like the coldness to him, and seeing people like care about it. Yeah.
Can we
don't know
that's how you
nothing
do it,
about where he comes from.
Can we
or where
petition?
his-
I want to petition to get Eric Broadshow to voice Big the Cat.
Oh, dude, that'd be the best.
Yeah.
Go after fucking Froggy or whatever his fucking name is.
Froggy.
That'd be the best. Dude.
And
I just have,
will
like,
they
2
do?
seconds
Will they do
And like
Supersonic?
a final scene. That'd be cool.
I don't
That's
know,
the way
Tyler. Maybe you should see the movie and find out these things for yourself.
Okay,
that's the way he
good one.
like.
Okay.
Fucking, it's just like at the very end when they're like back in their home world and they're just doing like a fucking like a big sweeping like montage showing all over the world, and fucking there's Big there looking for fucking Froggy. I can just get in there with the fucking Froggy.
I think if they're going to do other characters like that, or like little nods like that, it should be something where it's like, if they're in the other world, maybe just like in the back, not like the far background, but just the side of the frame somewhere, is like Big. He's sitting on the beach and he's like got his like fishing rod and he's already cast out into the ocean.
Yeah.
And after like a second or so, he just like
focus.
looks around. He's like, "Froggy, where are you?"
Yeah. He's not like the focus, and he's not
That's
purposely
perfect.
pushed in the background. He's just kind of there, and then it's just like it's a nice little moment.
It's just a quiet little, like, if you pay attention, there it is. For the people who know it, they'll see it and enjoy it. Which I enjoyed what they did in this movie, where like whenever Sonic does his little like curls up into a ball and speeds up and does his little spin dash thing, they use a very good sound effect for that. That's another good. It's his Dr. Robotnik's henchman works at a coffee shop called the Mean Bean,
nice.
cafe.
Nice.
Bradshaw, just real quick, watch this, Bradshaw. I'm gonna summon a berserker
Summon?
or berserk reference, okay?
Lied. Here he comes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is Blythe.
Big Blythe.
That's fucking sick.
He's a good boy.
He's a big boy.
He's a big good boy. I'm not scared of you.
I'm doing this for dog treats. Give me dog treats. Wow.
So he's looking for this dude, this bloodhound dude, that we can go fight.
Bloodhound gang.
He's kind of down here, and we can summon Blythe to help us, which is what we're gonna do now.
Nice.
Because I forgot a whole bunch of stuff that we should have done before we went to the manor, but we got far in the manor. Kind of how things go. So we're gonna quick do this little summon thing, and you guys can finish up your Sonic talk.
Sometimes it's just how things go.
Because I enjoyed that first one. I had a good time. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just went to just enjoy it. I didn't want to. I'm not there to,
You went with your mom, right?
No.
I thought you told me you went with your mom.
Sonic? No.
The first
Sonic,
one?
I don't think I went with my mom.
Really?
I don't think so. That's like my mom and I go to like Marvel movies and stuff together, like DC movies. I don't think I went to Sonic with her. I don't think.
Because
I went to Sonic by myself.
I didn't go with you. Did you do like a double feature again?
No, not a double feature. It was just me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went to that one by myself. With fucking Super Seat. That's the best.
The super seat? Yeah, the big comfy couch?
Yeah.
Two things that I think they're small like things about the movie that I noticed that were issues for me was one, Tails never specifically says like where he comes from, so that to me is only problematic because it leaves open the question like, okay, does he come from the same world as Sonic and Knuckles, or a completely separate place that we don't know about?
Right, or you just to assume that he comes from the same place they do.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't matter what the actual answer is, but I am curious.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
And then the other part is that scene in Hawaii where the rest of the movie just disappears for like 10 to 15 minutes, and nothing related to anything else happening in the movie occurs. And it like
because they have to pick up on that thread from the first movie for some fucking reason.
Yeah, like they go there. They go, like, it's established that they're going there for a wedding. Sure, fine. But then they, like, cut there, and we don't see Sonic and Tails for a few minutes. And you're like, okay, we're probably going to cut back. They just don't cut back. And it keeps escalating the action. You're like, okay, this feels like a scene out of a completely different rom-com movie. Instead of Are you telling... You sit somebody down, show them just that scene, and tell them that it's a fucking Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and they will not believe you. Like... And it's just it's hilarious that it happens.
Just in the background.
That's one thing that I wish they had a little bit more of, because clearly... Yeah,
like the actual music.
The one thing in the very beginning of the movie when they're like doing the... Because it's Paramount with all the rings instead of stars.
Yeah.
And then they do a little Sega like introduction sequence, and they have a choir sing the like... which was cool.
Yep. Classic.
But I want to hear like a little bit more of the actual music, or like, because you guys have seen the trailers, so it's not like it's a spoiler. But Robotnik has a big fucking mech in this movie.
Yeah, dude.
And they should have used some of the boss music, like an orchestral version of the boss music when that shit showed up, or like, I don't know.
How come we haven't had a scene of Sonic almost drowning with the fucking...
There was a perfect opportunity for them to do that, too, and they didn't do it. They didn't fucking do it.
Stressful fucking shit in my little kid life.
I was like, okay. Because they definitely go out of their way in this movie to be like, Sonic does not handle water well, doesn't like water, can't swim, got it. Multiple times we see this, and I'm like, oh, are they going to do it? And then... It happened, and I waited, and it didn't happen.
Oh, come on, dude.
Come on, dude.
I need to be stressed out watching this movie, dude.
Dad.
As soon as I hear it, instant stress.
Yeah, that shit was the worst as a child.
Yep. Yep.
We just had Blythe kill that dude for us. That was pretty awesome to see.
Hell yeah, dude.
Blythe.
So, are we gonna get Werehog Sonic?
The Werehog, oh yeah. Or Silver.
Oh yeah, Silver. No,
there's a lot of weird shit where that they could do. Like it honestly is kind of baffling to me that they're doing.
We can get
Shadow
Shrek. We
next.
can get Shrek back.
It is kind of like, oh, we're doing Shadow next. We're Jump. I mean, I guess that's like the next big animal bad guy, right?
Metal Sonic.
Like,
did they do Metal Sonic yet?
No, exactly.
/ anti-hero.
Somebody pointed that out, and I'm like, they should be doing Metal Sonic, because what's been happening the whole time
especially with
is
Robotnik, right?
Building robots to try and beat Sonic. He's been beaten twice. In the third movie, how perfect would it be for him to be like, fuck, what have I not done? I've not built my own Sonic that I can control.
Yeah, dude, that'd be
obviously I can't beat the real Sonic. If I make my own Sonic that I can control, I'll be unstoppable.
Right. So they just organically build a Sonic and stuff.
And people like me who maybe want to see that same like design from the games, like I know that they're not going to use that design, that it's going to look like a weird version.
Oh yeah,
but it's going to look like be cool.
Close, like it's gonna like look similar to Sonic, and it's gonna be like weird, and it's gonna be played out for laughs, but it could be cool.
It could be,
or it's gonna be like bulkier or like weirdly plated.
Like, hello,
or
I am Sonic.
Oh no! They wouldn't do it like it would be like an evil robot kind of thing, where like at first Robotnik controls it, but then eventually it like breaks away from his control and is just completely evil, and
right.
Sonic's got to stop it.
you know what, like Lane I'm talking about, where it's like they get the same person that voices the regular version to do like a shitty like
Mhm.
robotic version sounding
Mhm.
version of the voice, and then have play up the yucks for like fucking no reason.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they do. You know how those fuckers do.
They do it.
They do it.
Well, boys, we're going to continue this
Well, boys,
conversation.
I don't know
Get 'em
anything
out of
about
the well.
wells.
We're gonna get those kids out of the well, and we're gonna
Redness
actually
and
go back
dark.
and fight this guy with all of our new equipment things we got.
Slide.
All right.
Okay, so we'll be back and fight this bad guy in the next episode
Bad golly.
with my barbecue sauce stained pants.
Eating ribs.